Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here, guys. Wake up. Man, whew, 2020. 2020, I gotta tell you, man, it's crazy when I think about 2020. A year that started off like seeming like every other year. And my wife was having some problems with her computer. Her Gmail was locked up, and I got my buddy Derek down in Florida to do like a remote session to figure out what the problem was and everything else, and he got it figured out. He got her working, so shout out to Derek and Megabytes for the help. And we were going through her computer, and part of the problem was she had so many pictures, and a lot of the pictures were actually from 2020. And we were doing the Super Bowl, just a lot of pictures from the Super Bowl and things like that, where we were around 65,000 people in the stands. And then when we got back, we were doing work with some great NFL players, Demario Davis, as well as some others, going to some different inner city schools and doing work and stuff with the kids. They're speaking to the kids and stuff. So there's all these pictures and videos that I did of that. And then we had my friend Richard, who's a Steeler fan. He'll probably be on our live stream when we play the Steelers. He'll be here. Pictures from when we got together. And that's it for the pictures. That's when 2020 came through, and been home ever since. And 2020 is nothing like we expected. You thought about going on vacation and seeing my daughter and going to training camp and the Hall of Fame game. And it's just been like one disappointment after the other. And especially our Cowboys. We started out the year where
I believe
we had a
the
lot of
Cowboys
hope.
right now may be the worst.
We started the year with a lot of hope. We got rid of Jason Garrett. We got the draft. We brought in C.D. Lamb. We thought that this team was ready to go. And then we got what we got now. And apparently I'm not the only one that feels this way, because Cowboys greats are definitely kind of showing their frustration. Let's listen to Michael Irvin here real quick.
I believe the Cowboys right now may be the worst team in the National Football League. I know the Jets haven't won a game, but would you take the Jets over the Cowboys? Would you take the Cowboys over the Jets right now? How can anybody pick the Cowboys at any time when you see what's happening, especially on that defense, especially what's going on with that defense? And it's just, I don't even know how to explain this. This is just an all-time low for my Dallas Cowboys. And it's, it hurts. And the difference is, I know the Jets look bad, but the Jets were expecting to look bad. The Cowboys had people really thinking, including myself, that they were ready to be Super Bowl bound, and they've been a super bust.
Super bust. Super bust. I would play you Deion Sanders, but I'm going to put that in the link. It's about 6 minutes long, but he's got old school rap in there. He's got a lot of old school rap that's playing in the background. And I know the YouTube police would end up taking it down, so I can't play that one. But I'm going to put the link in the description. And I didn't watch it. Just watch it, because he speaks real truth. He's literally, I am fed up with you. I am done with you mother humpers. I mean, literally. And he goes and breaks that shit down and lets you know, here's the reasons why I'm done with you. Because you're crap. You're gutless. You're heartless. I mean, literally, it's hard to, having seen the Dallas Cowboys on the mountaintop, seeing them fall and then get back to the mountaintop, I don't ever remember, when the Washington team was great, and, we were making the NFC Championship games, and, we had Danny White, who got us to 3 NFC Championship games to fail 3 times, and to see that team and Tom Landry, that football passed them by. Even that 1-15 season, I don't remember anything as lifeless as what I've seen. People have been blame the coaches, but I'm sorry, some of this stuff is just pure desire. Yeah, some of it's scheme to a point, but scheme ain't tackling. Scheme ain't poor pursuit angle. Scheme ain't not being able to get your fingertips on the ball. A lot of this is guys who checked out, and maybe it's because Dak is not there now. I saw. Are you going to honestly look at the Washington game versus the Rams game and say that that's the same team? And maybe it is because there's so many young guys out there that didn't have training camp and they're caught like deer in the headlight. But man, you guys got to do better than that. Now here's what will be interesting is some of the veterans, some of the core guys we're getting back with Zach Martin. Zach Martin is definitely going to be a leader on that offensive line. Connor Williams has played pretty well, but he's still kind of wet behind the ears. Zach Martin, that's going to be his offensive line. He's going to take pride in that. Last night when Teddy Bridgewater got cheap shot in the back of the helmet, you saw his team stand there and defend him. I'm looking at our Cowboys players that are just kind of shell-shocked and just don't know what to do. And maybe it's because they got that star on their helmet and they never expected to be here in this position of actually playing. I don't know. But they got to do better than that. As bad and as putrid as this crap is, they play for first place this weekend against another team that you got to look at and say is a disappointment. Me and Philly 500, we have our different bets and stuff, the eggnog and Joe Boo's head and everything else. But both of us thought we'd be a whole lot better than this. And maybe the Eagles are head and shoulders right now better than us. I know that they've got a half game lead on us. But they're not at least getting blown out for the most part. They're at least competing. Right now, I don't even see us competing. But I'm hoping that the insertion of Sean Lee, it'll be interesting to see. Here's what'll be interesting for me is, a lot of players have said that, it's too complex or, we feel lost in the system and stuff, although we haven't heard any of that since we started getting rid of some players. We'll see if Sean Lee goes out there and looks completely lost. If he looks like he's lifeless and hesitant. Because if Sean Lee picks it up after not being there all year, then that kind of says maybe it's not the defense and more of the players. This generation is a lot different than my generation. My generation respected authority. You looked up. You did what you were told. You earned everything that you got. There were no freebies out there. But sometimes it feels like people now feel entitled that, I'm supposed to be handed something that's owed to me. And I think maybe, and I don't want to throw shade on my Cowboys, but I think a lot of times that guys, once they get that star on their helmet and they're professionals, that they think that, we're the Dallas Cowboys. We're supposed to get respect. Respect is not handed. Respect is earned. Respect is earned. And until you go out there and earn it, you ain't going to get no respect. You got to understand that everybody out there hates you and is gunning for you. And so you have to give 110% every single play. Or else you're going to have results like this. I hope that they start learning this and dig inside, because seeing a guy, I don't care what you say about the coaching. Coaching doesn't put you in a position where You have a team that can't run the football, literally run 40 yards down the field, and your safety is literally running backwards away from the ball carrier. Coaching doesn't teach you to play soft and just absorb the blows. I guarantee you that's not what Mike Nolan said to you guys in the locker room. This is how the play goes. This play is meant to give up a 40-yard run. Okay, let's go. No. We need to execute. We need to be better. We need to get the damn ball and show some sense of pride. It's Friday. We got till Sunday night. We'll be definitely talking about this more tonight on our live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. I hope you tune in to see who makes it back on the practice field. It's not looking like Andy Dalton is going to be playing. It is the Ben DiNucci show this weekend. And I know Greg, I'm butchering up the name. And one quick thing, too, because people will make fun of, like, do you proofread, your titles or your ratings and things like that? Actually, I do. There's a thing called dyslexia. And I don't know if you've ever had dyslexia, I'm happy for you. What happens is, it's not a matter of not being intelligent, because the Washington football team actually talked about Haskins and said, oh, well, he's dyslexic, and they kind of threw on the bus, and people looked and treated it like, he's retarded or stupid or whatever. And it's not about that. It's actually a learning disability that people learn differently. See, what happens is, somewhere between seeing something and recording in your brain, you see something different. So, like, for me growing up, my threes would look like fives, my B's would look like D's, my E's would look like C's. And in your head, when you look at these things, or you read it, it seems perfect at the time, because that's the way your brain interprets it because of dyslexia. But in all reality, you've reversed some things or you've misspelled some things, but they look normal. And I apologize, if it bothers some people about the, dyslexia. I used to stutter until about, 20 years or so ago. Fortunately, actually doing this has helped me to keep from being tongue-tied and understand that anybody else that's out there that's dyslexic and people make fun of you and things, understand everybody learns a little differently. Me, I'm a very visual person, which is kind of crazy because seeing things backwards. My gift is being able to see something and reverse engineer it or replicate it from a picture. I actually build better from seeing a picture of something than I do from seeing the plans, because I can get an image of what it's going to be in the end, and that's the way I interpret it. I'm able to do things that people that went to college to be, an architect can't visualize and make a reality. So, understand, everybody's got something that they're not real good at. And it's just a matter of finding out what you do well. Yeah. So, it's like that. All right? So, I will try harder. I'll try and double check. Maybe I'll get, my wife. Well, no, she ain't got time. She's knee deep in her job. But I'll try to make sure that I don't mess up the titles and stuff for you. All right. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you guys have a great Friday. And hey, let's get ready to take on the Eagles. I'll see you soon.